Hello, I'm Joe Stephenson, and this is my week 8 and final video discussion post of this class. First of all, I just want to say that it's been a pleasure to share this experience with fellow students, my peers, and I hope to continue to with this group in future classes. So George Marsden states in his Apologia that he does not often add introductions or conclusions, letting the main body basically speak for himself. However, the introduction in this book compellingly states his main arguments. He expresses his desire for more open discussion of the relationship between religious faith and higher learning, or learning at any level for that case. But he's focusing on university learning. He seeks to legitimize Christian and other religious perspectives within mainstream or secular academic institutions. He claims that modern university environments significantly lack spiritual and moral centers, calling contemporary university culture, quote, hollow at its core. This leads to what I believe is his main argument, that Christian ideals are important, to say the least, in academic institutions and those studying in them, and that Christian beliefs can and should coexist with secular academia. Marsden explains the changes in academia throughout the 19th and 20th centuries, leading to many of the ongoing problems that exist, especially concerning the secularization of many former Christian institutions and the founding of purely secular universities. He pulls back the curtain on many of the issues that lead to the Christian versus secular debates and to the estrangement of Christian thought from academia. Tensions about creation, morality, and Christian ideologies versus scientific ones remain at the forefront of the debate. In searching for reviews of Marsden's work, Christian sources such as Union University and Christian Scholars Review praise the work, understanding what Marsden was communicating, though the Christian Scholars Review questions whether Marsden's arguments have had much impact on secular academia since its first publication almost 30 years ago. The Union University Review also raises the question of whether secular institutions are even willing to listen to Christian scholars, or if their own prejudices will continue to close off their minds to the positive impact of Christian ideals in academia. Both reviews do, as Marsden does, place a responsibility on Christian scholars to provide a standard of scholarship that forces secular institutions to listen and hopefully respect their arguments. An interesting review that I found was by Charles Matthews for the Journal of Religion. In this article, Matthews points out that Marsden's arguments may be weakened by the lack of a specific definition of what exactly constitutes Christian scholarship, stating that the term Christian can be oppositional in itself. I found this interesting, for though that may be true, I think it shows the importance of continuing to push for Christian relevance in universities while also maintaining and demanding high standards of academic scholarship. Only then will there be significant breakthroughs in secular opinions of Christian scholarship. Marsden presents his arguments, outlines the numerous historical and ongoing issues facing academia, and advocates changing this narrative while holding Christian scholars accountable at every stage. Relevance cannot be simply demanded, it must be earned, especially among those secular institutions and individuals who deem Christian thought too outdated or irrelevant. His work is impactful, and he presents it in a common sense manner that I found easy to read and follow. When I sought reviews for this book, they all seemed to be from Christian publications and institutions. This brings me back to the question of whether or not secular institutions will even pay attention to or listen to this argument. Marsden had very specific arguments for those of us who are on board with them, but the real test is whether this work and other works and efforts like this will turn the tide for Christian scholarship. Thank you.